Back into the pen. At least that's what the residents of the Moria refugee camp call it. A grim place at the best of times, now it's even worse. Fire swept through its core last night, driving thousands out. People who had nothing to begin with now have even less. Dangerously overcrowded, a mixture of young men and families, Moria, they say, is becoming intolerable. A space built for 3,000, housing twice that. Hassan al-Ubaidi says he barely managed to get his daughters out of the camp in the face of the fire. They describe the arrival of the riot police and tear gas with a certain amount of glee. Their father, from Mosul in Iraq, where he says 3 of his brothers were killed by ISIS, is more sober. I've been here 6 months, he says, and there haven't been any interviews with officials. He calls the conditions disgusting. The fire might have started inside the camp, but as you can see, it clearly spread out here to the olive groves around it. And in fact, many of the refugees have spilled outside of the compound too. There are so many of them. The problem is when you have so many people living together in squalid conditions, a rumor can spread just as fast as a fire can. With so many desperate to move on, there is an intense rivalry in the camp, jealousies in a whole hierarchy of asylum seekers. Syrians often resented because they're seen to have a better chance of moving on. But slipping through a hole in the fence is one thing, getting off the island another. Some here hope the fire will at least draw attention to their plight, languishing within the confines of a system for the most part, determined to keep them out. Margaret Evans, CBC News, Lesbos.